What is up? What is up? Today is Monday, and as I told you all, we are going to be doing live shows every day at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I start every video off by telling you all to not judge me on my hair because quarantine and we can't get to a barber and it's just rough. Okay, so y'all gotta benefit, give me the benefit of the doubt. We are gonna be going live every day this week at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna have various guests on the show, so we're gonna engage in some topics and conversation starters that might get some dialogue and conversation going. SEV7 Taylor is checking in. What's going on? Thank you for tuning. You are the first viewer of this live broadcast. Give me just a moment. We're gonna get Mitch on. My co-host Mitch is gonna check in with me, and we're gonna talk a little bit with you all on this Monday. Hopefully, everybody is having a great start to their Monday or midday. Mine's been relaxed. I've been watching Atypical on Netflix. And hey, what's up about Devon? Yes, Mitch is gonna be joining the show, so I'm waiting for him to come on here so we can get started. But I've just been chilling, watching Netflix, quarantining it up, staying it safe. Yes, that's about it. I just watched Governor Gretchen Whitmer here in the state of Michigan. She did a COVID-19 update. Yes, I love it, y'all. Mitch, what? Hey, Mitch is in the building. So let me give me just a second to jot this down real quick. And we're gonna bring on my co-host who is in the building. I'm so excited. Mitch is in the building. Let's bring Mitch on. Hey, I always get excited when Mitch joins the conversation. Connect and get this going. I'm so excited. And hey, what it do? What it do, Mr. Underscore Lamar? Mitch, what is
Hey,
up?
so before we got on just now, I was kind of like in this like groove of listening. Do you know 3LW?
Yes.
So
Isn't
I
that,
was just,
aren't they the group that's like, I can only think of one song, but it's like, don't trust the, never trust the.
oh yeah, that one. But I was listening to like No More. I was listening to that song. So I was like having like a little moment before we got started today. But how are you doing?
Oh, how are you?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing great. Hey, Seven Taylor.
Yes,
Seven
everybody's
Taylor.
they're all fans of Mitch. So I think this is good news. This is
Hey,
good news.
Devon.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
today's gonna be a lot of fun. There's a lot to talk about. Oh my gosh.
yes. Kind of
Yeah.
keeping that. Look at everybody joining. Hopefully everybody is having a pretty good Monday. I was just telling people before you joined, mine's been pretty chill. I had to run out to the grocery store, but of course I wore my gloves, I wore my mask. Um, but other than that, I had to get a couple groceries, and um, I've been watching Netflix all day. And
Yeah.
yeah, I just watched the governor. She did an update at 3, so kind of keeping track of everything going on here in Michigan. But what does your day look like thus far?
Just a busy day. I have a speech for, I'm giving a speech next week. But you're right. It is almost like a new normal for a lot of people. You're going outside, you have to make sure you remember your gloves. You gotta make sure you remember your gloves, you gotta remember your mask and all these different things. And once all of this passes, which it will, because everything has its start date and everything has its end date. So there's gonna be a time where all this is gonna be history. And what is that gonna look like? It's gonna be an adjustment phase. Are people still gonna feel like, hey, I might have to go outside with my gloves still. I still might have to keep my mask on for a period of time. There's going to be an adjustment phase when all this is over.
Definitely, definitely. So how are things looking at where you are? Is it pretty much the same? People just quarantining inside? Are what's the latest from your perspective? Are you seeing any differences, or pretty consistent all across the board?
Well, I live in Georgia. So I think with any area, you have some people that are honoring I don't call it social distancing. I call it physical distancing because we do have to make sure that we're staying social during all of this and keeping up with our loved ones. But some people are honoring the physical distancing, some people are not. And I don't know if any of you have seen it, but you're in the store and some people will see that sign that says stay 6 feet apart. Some folks are not caring about that. Other folks are. Folks are paying really close attention to it.
Yeah, so speaking of that, when I was in the grocery store earlier today, I had went to Kroger, and everybody, I want to say almost everybody in there, for the most part, as far as customers go, were wearing masks and gloves. So that was good to see. Um, and they also have like, your own ideas and opinions on the various topics that we talk about. So just as much as the floor is mine or the floor is yours, Mitch, that is open to everybody. All right, so you got some topics for us. What's our first topic?
Okay, so I was thinking about this earlier today. Just, I don't know if you ever experienced, like, you're reminiscing on your life and about your relationships. And I was thinking about my very first relationship. My very first relationship was actually, um, it may be my only relationship that I have. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? But they actually told me that they loved me the first day they met me. Do you think, I know. Do you think, at what point should a couple start hearing I love you, do you think? Or start saying I love you? Do you think there's ever such thing as saying it too soon? Because there is this thing as love at first sight for a lot of folks.
Mhm. Ah, ooh, putting me on the spot. I love to be put on the spot. Um, I think for me, I as I look back at previous relationships that I've been in, I feel like I'm always maybe a little too quick to say I love you. Um, oh yeah, but I think I might jump the gun and say it too soon sometimes. Um, but I feel like, you know, if you if you feel strongly and you you feel it. I believe in love at first sight. I do believe in that.
You
Um,
do?
yeah, I do. But I feel like okay. So, ooh, you're asking for it. This is a good topic. Um,
Okay.
so yes, I believe in love at first sight. Um, I believe also that people use the term love too loosely. So I feel like it's kind of got a distorted meaning. Kind of similar to how like some people are quick to be like or use the term love like when they're referring to somebody like hey love or babe or baby or babes, like those to me are terms that me and my partner or me and my spouse use with each other. So I feel like people use like these terms like flirtatious terms too too broadly. Um
Yeah, I totally get what you mean. I'm hearing you, and I'm looking at, I think it's TJ. Is that
L-
right? Let me know if I'm wrong. Uh, he's letting us know love at first sight is ridiculous because you only know them from their looks, not their personality. And I do understand exactly what he means by that. I'm kind of a weirdo because I don't believe in telling my friends that I love them. I do not do that. I I'm so weird in that way because I feel like love is for our family. That's just the way my mind works. And let's say my love is going to be for my spouse. So I look at love as being something that is unconditional. And when you're talking about love in terms of friendship, there is going to be conditions in that love. So, like, let's say I'm in a relationship with my friend, right?
mhm.
And if that friend is being deliberately cruel to me, treating me badly, I have to make some decisions. And one of the choices that might be in front of me is maybe I don't continue my time with that person. That's a condition on love. Love is unconditional. So my mom, I might get on her nerves every single day of her life, but my mom's not going to fall out of love with me. There's no condition on that love with our family. So that's how I see it.
Yeah, and chiming in to piggyback off of some of the things that you had just mentioned, LTJ underscore realtor says, when you feel intense attraction to a person that you just met, you're infatuated with them. Um,
Yeah.
also agreeing with you, saying that I agree with Mitch that love has conditions. Um, so yeah, I will say my take on
Hey,
it.
Samantha.
Hey, Tristan, 1995, checking in. I agree. I think you have those different layers or different levels um, between love when it comes to friendships. I tell my friends I love them, but it's not something that I say without meaning or without purpose. Like I don't just say it to say it. And then I feel like there is a difference between family and friends, and then like your relationship or your partner or spouse.
Yeah, when we speak, it has to be purposeful. We can't just speak just to speak. We can't use that word just to use it. Because I know that when we use it for the loved ones in our lives, we mean it. Yeah. So I know that when I was in my relationship, and I heard the "I love you" word, I was like, wow, we have come to the milestone already, and it's day one. All right. So it was a little uncomfortable for me at first. I wasn't sure exactly how to respond, but I definitely feel like if you do not feel that I love you, I don't believe you should do someone a courtesy and just say it. Just say it. You know, I think a no response is acceptable.
So play it out for us and like give us a short version of the story. What exactly happened? So it was the first day, like it was literally day one.
Uh, I think I recall it being like very early on. It was definitely the within the week. Like we had spent like every single day together, and we were just, really connecting closer than I had connected with anyone ever. And it was really special. But, you know, I want if someone's going to tell me that they love me, I want them to have seen me through more than just the better parts of me. So I want them to see me through those days when I'm irritating, those days when I'm mad, those days when I'm so annoying. I want you to love me even after that, not just love me when you've experienced only the better parts of me. And I think that have may have been what was going on there is the feelings are just so extremely high up there that that word just it just comes out. And I'm a big believer in not being spontaneous. I know that might sound a little strange. What do y'all think in the join this? Because I'm a big believer in just not being spontaneous. I give a lot of thought to everything that I say and everything that I do. I'm not the type to just be on the fly. So I'm going to think it through.
Hmm. Yeah, so who's let's see. So LTJ Realtor is continuing to check in, saying
Yeah.
um, that there's four different. You have to consider the fact that there are four different types of love. The Greeks have four words for love. There's the passionate love you for between you and a partner, the love you have for friends, and then I believe the love you have for family, and then selfless, the love you should cultivate for humanity. So honestly, anytime, and this is like just a random fact about me regarding the topic. Um, I actually, oh, oh, I'm gonna hint at it since
Uh,
we're talking about it. But Mitch and I have been talking off camera, obviously, doing some show prep and just continuing to get to know each other. I actually was engaged, um, and I'm gonna dive into this into a separate show. But just some backgrounds on me. I was recently engaged. I I fell in love really hard with somebody, and then the relationship became really toxic, and really not good mentally or physically. Domestic violence, some various levels of abuse that went on during that. So we're gonna save that for a separate show. But currently single, and focusing on me and loving myself. But yeah, I actually anytime that I tell somebody I love them, via text or like messaging, or if I ever like am blogging about something and I'm talking about love, I always capitalize. This is just something that I do. I capitalize the L because that's how like my way of signifying that it actually is a word that people need to take seriously, and that like it has to have a deep, meaningful message or purpose behind the usage of it. So I
Yeah.
always like, even if it's like in the middle of a sentence or a paragraph, it's going to be capitalized, and I know grammatically it's not correct because it's not the beginning of a sentence. It's my own take on it, and I always capitalize the L in love.
Yeah. At a later date, I can't wait for that conversation because I really have so many questions about that. So we're definitely going to talk about that. Do you have the next topic or me?
I think I have the next topic,
Okay.
and I think it's probably going to piggyback on yours. But
Okay.
I want to make sure that we're sharing everybody's comments that are checking in. My friend Lauren, Richmo7149, is joining us. So hey, what's up, Lauren? As well as hello to everybody that's tuning in. Um, and then it looks like Mr. underscore Lamar is chiming in saying it's 50-50 being spontaneous and thinking logically. It's just how you follow through with them both.
Yeah. I totally get what you mean, Lamar. That's a really strong point. Um, yeah. Can a spontaneous person and a logical person make it work? Possibly. I'm mostly with, I don't know why I typically run into very spontaneous folks. I don't know how. I'm, I don't know. I'm usually the more logical one.
I ooh, am I spontaneous or logical? Um,
I think it depends on the situation, right?
yes, you're like
Depends. It's
you're
case by case. It's case by case basis with most
yeah.
things. Yeah.
You're reading my mind because I was definitely just about to say that it definitely depends on the situation and the circumstance.
But I'm more so not spontaneous. Like
But
more so not.
I think I'm more spontaneous.
Yeah, and that's a good difference that we have.
Let's go ahead and jump into the next topic. There's a city in China that apparently they're kicking people out of their homes and not allowing them to even check into hotels. But not just like anybody. They're reportedly and discriminating against Africans that are in China. They're trying to say that they pose a threat and they may be the ones that bring the second round of COVID-19 to China. Um, so it's a lot going on, a lot of discrimination going, a lot of people being mistreated over there, basically because they're African.
Yeah, the way I see it is in this particular city in China, there were 114 cases of folks who tested positive for COVID-19. And out of that 114, you had 16 that were African. So for some reason, there's logic behind there's action towards that 16 to say this particular 16 we're going to evict this group. Now we have this 16 and then we're looking at the remaining 88. I don't entirely understand why that 16 is being singled out. This is a brand new story. So we're going to be learning more throughout the week. I'm so interested in hearing an official statement from China. And also, you have the United States. We are leaders on the world stage. So I want to see what the president thinks of this. And if he thinks that China's action had any merit, and if he agrees with it or if he denounces it. I'm really interested in hearing that. And it's really important to look at this could possibly start some serious xenophobia to where we're targeting communities and taking a look at communities as the enemy. Because honestly, in all this, there really is only one enemy. It's not individual people, it's not communities of people, it's this virus. That is the only enemy here.
Yeah, and to piggyback off of you, even that's just like our governor here in Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer. She even, when this all first began, when they were doing press conferences, she said, on multiple publications and media that it's not the time to play, you know, who's right, who's wrong. You know, it's the fact that we all need to come together so that we can flatten the curve and, you know, save lives is what it comes down to. It's not about, you know, which side of the politics you're on. It's the fact that we all are battling this, and it's an invisible disease, or it's an invisible virus, you know. Um, so I along with you, I definitely would like to see, you know, the story. It's continuing to develop over the weekend, and we're gonna have more updates throughout the week. Hopefully, even maybe, you know, being able to reach out to somebody that lives in China. So you know, it's crazy, and I would like to see what, I don't want to even call him our president. So that being said, I'm interested to see what Trump has to say or how he feels about that. I'm gonna leave it at that, because I'm not gonna give him that title. And that's just, you want real, you want honesty, you want our soul take on various topics. I'm gonna give it to you with no BS. I'm gonna tell you how it is, tell you exactly how I feel, and that's why we're asking all of you to chime in as well. That way, you know, the floor is everybody's, and if you want to express yourself, go right ahead and express yourself and how you feel exactly.
Yes, and also I think it's important to take a look at too. Me and Tyler, we do have differences of opinion. I will call him our president, and I think that is okay too. That's okay too. But I'm also looking at about, okay, so we have groups of folks that are being evicted from their homes. Where are they going to go? Some people, they may have a place to go, depending on the circumstance. Other people are going to perhaps be on the street, and that is not okay. So I'm so interested in hearing more about this story, but I think that where we do agree, and I can perhaps speak for both of us, it's not okay for us to look at any individual as the enemy here or any community of people as the enemy. The only enemy is the virus.
Exactly, exactly. I second what you just said. Yeah, and so like I said, we'll stay on top of this story as it continues to develop and bring you all updates, of course. So you know, just to leave this topic off, for today at least, you know, a Chinese foreign ministry spokesperson said, quote, "We are still facing great risks of imported cases and domestic resurgence." They also continued to mention that all foreigners are treated equally, and we reject differential treatment, and we have zero tolerance for discrimination. That's their official statement as it stands. But you know, the facts are there. There's, you know, there's obviously videos and people, you know, there's reports out there that, you know, this is happening. So that's, I think, their safety net. That's their safety statement, if you will. Um, you know, because they don't probably want to go out and be like, yes, this is happening. Hey, yes, we're discriminating against a specific, you know, culture or race. Some hotel corporations are offering housing to those that are impacted by corona.
Yeah, that's really important to my point that I made earlier about where these folks are going to go that are, hearing that today's going to be their last day in their home. And it's important that they do have a place to go. So that's a really, really important comment. Thank you for making that. Do I have the next
Yeah,
topic? Okay,
yeah.
so,
What's
all
on the
right. So I was thinking about this today. So I feel like for me, there are a lot of things that a lot of people like a whole lot that I happen to dislike. And I'm wondering from you, Tyler, and the folks that are looking in, is there something you dislike that most people just seem to absolutely just love? It can be a TV show, it could be a particular word, it could be anything. What is something that you happen to dislike that it looks like the folks around you are just crazy about it?
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
And I,
TJ just said Tiger King.
oh, what is something that I just can't? Okay, for the longest, I wasn't a fan of TikTok.
Oh.
Um,
Mm.
but that has since changed. Um, that's it's changed. So I would have to say I don't really have a good answer. I dislike ranch and mayonnaise. I I, I, I just don't. Not on my pizza, not on my salad. I just don't. That's my best answer.
Yeah. For me, right now we're talking about things that you may dislike, but the folks around you, they just seem to absolutely love it. Like, what is that for you? For me, I absolutely just cannot stand when I am, you know, when someone calls me sexy. I don't like that word. It's my least favorite word on the planet. I feel like it is an unattractive word. I feel like it is a word that doesn't really speak to me. I don't resonate with it. I just don't have any connection to the word. It's probably one of the most impersonal comments that someone can make. How weird is that? What do you guys think?
Hmm.
Sexy. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I don't really think I care for the word sexy either. What about like what if somebody called you? What would you prefer to be called?
Um, Ooh, I'd like for people to make matter of fact statements if they're going to speak to me. So if you're talking to me, do not say that I'm pretty anything. So don't say, oh, I don't know if you've ever heard it, like, oh my gosh, you're pretty cute.
Hmm.
You're pretty nice. Just give me a matter of fact. Like, give me like a stamp of what it is that you think, what it is that I really don't like that extra
Hmm.
before whatever it is that you want to tell me or say to me.
Just
So
flat
yeah,
out.
yeah, give it to me flat out.
Okay, you just want it real. You want it. Ah, I almost I almost said something, but
What? Say it.
no, I was gonna say just give it to me real and raw, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
fall.
I think that's another way to think of it too, right?
Yeah, I just didn't want people to take it the other route because I could see where people were gonna take that, and I've
No,
already.
it's a benefit of the doubt. You have to get the benefit of the doubt here, right?
So do you? Okay, so never call Mitch sexy if
Yeah,
y'all.
don't do that. Don't do
If you're trying
that.
to get a compliment, if you're trying to
And
flirt it,
and plus, I'm not. I'm just
don't call him.
like I'm just Mitch. Yeah.
What about like what if like so? What if somebody called you like handsome? Is that another one?
Yeah. Just
Is that
don't tell
okay?
just don't tell me I'm pretty handsome. Come on.
But they can call you handsome though.
Yeah, like just don't say I'm pretty handsome
Okay,
or
so
pretty
don't put
anything.
no words before the word.
Does anybody get what I mean, or do you disagree with me? Like, have you ever had anyone tell you that you are pretty anything? Like you're pretty nice. You're pretty cute.
Yeah, I don't.
I can't stand it. I absolutely can't stand it.
I've never thought about it until you pointed it out, but I don't like that like the pretty before the compliment.
Yeah. We have
By the
yeah.
yeah. And Monarch underscore G checking in. Right, exactly. I think
Yeah.
Monarch
Pretty is just like saying I'm kinda, sorta, a little bit. Come on.
just
Come
Mitch,
on.
you're just a little,
Yeah.
just a little
I
bit.
don't like it. I don't like it. Just tell me exactly what it is.
Just straight up, real and raw.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. How's everybody holding up? Mitch, I've noticed
Sam, thanks, Sam. Thanks, Sam.
your live shot is like cutting off your hair. So if I have to
Oh,
shave
well,
off,
listen,
no,
Tyler, let me give you some background on that. The reason why I do that, I'm probably gonna do that for the rest of our time together while we are doing these live videos because I look like No Shave November right now. I don't know about any one of you, but
okay,
I have not had a haircut in about, I think it's been 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. So I don't
no,
know. I
you
am, well,
you see this? You see the mop of hair? You got it. You got it. At least for like a millisecond. Show us the hair.
well, come on. I think we have to be real here, so I'm fine doing that. But this is me. This is real. Yeah.
This is
Doesn't, it's not how I typically look, but I don't know if anybody on
I
the other side is going through that where you don't look your neatest right now, but I don't know. We gotta make it work, right?
we have to, and there's been so many times I've reached out to some barbers here. I'll be truthful, that are still cutting hair and doing house calls. And I was tempted, but my friend, they are a barber here in Detroit,
Uh-huh.
and they are doing a contest where you post a picture or video of you in your hair throughout the course of this quarantine lockdown.
Mm.
And at the end, somebody is going to win a haircut, a dye job, and style. So I'm trying it
Mm.
out because one, I support our local barbers and hairstylists and local independent salons. So shout outs to you all. Shout outs to our healthcare workers as well during all of this. I can't even begin to imagine what they're going through, and I've been shouting them out every broadcast. Hashtag time out to exactly, exactly. Let's get this mop together. I'm gonna yeah.
Would you ever cut your own hair? Have you done that before?
I haven't cut my own hair. I actually thought about going live and attempting to do it. Um, but then this contest came about, and I was like, nope, I gotta ride it out because I'm about to win this contest. We're about to dye this hair. We're about to do it all. But yeah, I did think about it. I did manage to cut my facial hair. It needs to be cut again, but I did do that by myself. I had to clean it up because some lady scared me because she was like, germs and dirt and bacteria and stuff, you know, it's easier for the virus to get to you. And I was like, oh yeah, cutting this off, cutting it off. Have you ever cut your own hair? Do you cut your own hair? How often do you typically, when we're not in quarantine, do you get your hair done?
Well, okay, so I get my hair cut roughly like every week and a half. Like every week and a half, I get a haircut, but I will never, ever cut my own hair. And the reason why is because one of my worst haircuts that I ever had in my life, I went to a place that normally does not cut like black folks' hair. And I went in, I sat in their chair, and they were cutting my hair. And I think that when I went in, they didn't want to tell me that they don't cut my hair, which wouldn't have been bad. But I went in, I sat in their chair, I was getting my haircut, getting my haircut, getting my haircut, and I felt like she was really uncomfortable or really nervous or really like not, and then okay, so she cut my hair, and then I realized that my hairline was going from here, like my hair by the end, my hairline was right here. Like that was where my hairline was. And then I was like, oh my goodness. And this whole side of my hair was like gone, completely gone. Right now, for folks tuning in or coming in, I'm talking about, how we're, keeping up with us during this whole thing. So, worst haircut ever, I was in the chair. This was gone, that was gone. So I was bald, 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 and I still had hair right here. And then she's like, so do you want to finish it? Is what she told me. And I was like, oh my gosh, no. So I wore this like sweatband, head bandana for about 3 weeks to let my hair just grow, grow, grow. But worst haircut story. So I will never cut my own hair. I don't have the talent for that.
Me either. So Quan laws say all capital letters. Black people don't cut their own hair. We go to professionals that are black. So let me tell you, because I do my share of various hairstylists and barbers. Um, so hey Monarch, yeah. So if me, Mitch and I just talked about this last night, but I'm still trying to I'm trying to keep track of everybody that's tuning in.
Yeah.
Um, so if anybody is interested in moderating or kind of helping us keep track, that way we can reach back out and thank people for watching and tuning in after the show and connect with people, for feedback later. If anybody wants to help with that, shoot either of us a DM. But yes, just for the record, Quan, I have to make this point. I am white, clearly, but I also feel the same way, and I like to have people that. How do you even say this? But yes, I agree with you because I have African American barbers and hairstylists do my hair as well.
Tyler, I already knew that before you even said it. I already knew
I
it.
mean, come on.
I already knew that. I don't know how I knew it, but I just knew it.
I don't know how else to say it, but this is obviously not a clear demonstration of my barber. But yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. There's just a difference. That's the best way I can say it. There's a difference. Some
Yeah.
people can hair really well. Some people can cut others people's hair better than they can cut other people's hair. That's the best way I can say it.
Yeah, and that's a lot of truth to that. I used to live in Germany. For folks that don't know, I used to live in Germany, and my whole life I grew up in Germany. All my childhood memories are there. And my barber as a young boy was a German woman on the military base, and she cut my hair, for so many years of my life. And she was my barber, and she was uh, a white German woman, and that was my barber. So, you know, everyone has those different talents, and they're good at different things. But I grew up in Monarch. Is that right?
Hmm. I believe
Yeah,
so.
okay. Mark, I used to live in Würzburg, Germany, and I graduated from Ramstein High School. Yeah, and I used to live in Korea too. Oh, where are you? Oh,
Wow.
cool.
I'm really upset because I probably go to the barber almost the same as often as you do. What did Quan say? Being an African American barber, you have to have the skill. Our hair is full of kinks and curls, so it's not easy at all. I can't go dog on the street if you only cut straight hair. Exactly. No. Yeah. And I mean, it's not just a cultural thing. It is different textures. It's completely different. You know.
Yeah.
Um, so I wasn't saying it like that. Born in Nuremberg, lived in. I can't even pronounce these. Come on, give us. How do you pronounce these? Come
Oh,
on.
he was born in Nuremberg, Germany, and Wiesbaden. He grew up in Wiesbaden. That's awesome. That's incredible.
Yeah. Now we're just hanging out.
We are
um,
hanging out. Yeah, this is definitely the living room hour, right? Okay.
right.
Do you have any topic? We're
I
at our
don't.
close.
Do you have any more?
No, we're at our close, y'all. Oh my gosh, we had a lot of fun.
Our first full out episode is a wrap. Huge thank you to all of our viewers for today's live. As always, thank you, Mitch, for coming up with our topics and joining me as well. Um,
Yeah, we had so much fun.
as always, this is Ty's take today, for now. But we're gonna it's basically Mitch and I's take on various topics, as well as opening the floor for you all to share your thoughts and see where this goes, building friendships and connections between Mitch, myself, and our viewers. Mitch, closing thoughts, closing words.
Yes, today was so much fun. We're going to continue to have so much fun here. And thank you for everyone that joined the conversation because it's not only me and Ty's take, but it's your take too. It matters. We want to hear it all.
Yes, yes. So be sure to join us, Mitch. We're gonna try to get you to stop by tomorrow as well. Shout outs, and I'm gonna end every video with this. Mad, huge love, thoughts, prayers, positive vibes, and frequencies to all that have been impacted by some way, shape, or form with COVID-19. Shout
Yeah.
out to our essential workers, our medical first responders, all of our nurses and assistants, and doctors. Shout outs to all of you, and let's stay positive. Let's promote positivity, and let's fight COVID-19 and make sure that we get that we get through this together. We're going to be bringing you all topics that range from COVID-19 and hard hitting stories, as well as some uplifting stories and making a difference. So be sure to tune in to that, and we'll see you all right back here tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's do it.
See ya.